All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. So we are gonna go to where I'm being called. Do we need blue, purple, orange? Wait, is this orange? Oh, I do got orange in there, bro. Let's go. All right, so we got a couple canvas out here that we're gonna put together. There's 3 total. I got blue, black, green, yellow, orange. Here's some purple and white. These should be the beneficial colors right here, bro. So that's what we're gonna do. And we're gonna get, ew, why did that sound like that? We're gonna get started. I got some gloves. Got some gloves. Wait, what's this? I just got a bunch of stuff in my pocket. Hold up. All right, I don't need that. I don't need that. All right, so we're just gonna sit outside for a little bit, and we're gonna make this work. It's not too bad out. It's a little warm, a little cool. If it gets too cold, I'm just gonna put on another jacket or something. But we're outside for the day. We are outside. We're outside. All right, cool, cool, cool. So this is our canvas. I just want to make sure we can see what we're going to be painting today. It's an interesting little setup because every time I come outside, I'm like, people are not interested in watching this type of view, but I don't know how else to do it. I really don't. Like, I'm trying to get good at this, but the objective is just to paint. That's all I want to do. I don't care about nothing else. I mean, I care about other things, but let's put some gloves on because function. Oh, I feel that breeze. I should have put my hoodie on too. All right, so this is our bottom canvas, and so hope you guys can hear me as well. I don't have my other phone. I should get my other phone too. But this is our drop canvas right here. This is what we're going to use for all the paint to drop down from these 2 here. And I don't have cups either, so that's fine. Hold on, let me get some cups. I know I do have cups. I have like these small, like you take medicine cups, because I didn't go to the store. So that's what we got today. And what else did I say I needed? Cups. Hold on. Because I said it and then I started talking over what the action plan was. I guess that's it. I got the paintbrush. Looking to make sure we get this food. Is that bacon? I think that's bacon, bro. Why do they put all this bacon up here? Oh. All right, so I don't know. I forgot already what the heck I already needed. So I got the cups. Oh, 7 people. Make sure you guys you like the stream too. That's what they tell us. They tell us you guys gotta like the stream or we're just gonna be oh, I needed my phone. That's what I needed. Yeah. All right, as soon as I get my phone, yo, we're just gonna start dripping paint. All right. That's what we're gonna do. Charge my phone. Nope, it is healthy. Let's go. So we're just gonna open up this app because we gotta go to YouTube. Because that's what we're streaming on today. All right, no mistakes. A little close to the edge, but no mistakes today. So we have, just like I said, this is our drop canvas right here. hold on. I want you guys to see this. This is perfect. So we got a cup right here. And we're going to take this cup and then we're going to fill. We're just going to put some paint in here. Y'all saw that, right? This paint has become something different. We're just going to lighten this just because this is like a mixture. It's a little non-thick. So that white and this blue, yeah, this blue should be good. And this stuff's gonna drip too. This stuff's gonna drip. Like, if you can see what it's already doing to the canvas at the bottom. Yeah. Yep. All right. So we're gonna put you here because that's where you belong. And I should have got. All right. So that's our first one. I'm just going to add a little bit of black to this. Just one more. There we go. There we go. All right. And this is our. We'll probably need like 2 of these in order to function. I don't know. Sometimes it happens better, but it just all depends. There's a lot more orange than I thought, but just like I said, this bottom canvas down here, that's where the function's at. So I'm not really worried. I just need to get whatever's in here. I guess this is going to be an orange day. That's what we're going to do today. We're going to mess with this orange and see where it takes us. Yep. Yep. I was hoping that a lot more of the other colors come out, but I ain't tripping. I can't trip about what's good. I appreciate you guys watching though. I really do. If you guys are not subscribed, it's cool. Like tomorrow you can subscribe because then you'll get to see what this looks like when I finished it. Because this is just all in preparation. So we're not really. You're not gonna get the result until the end of the stream. So that's basically how this is going to happen. Yeah. So like I said, I like this orange. It's not a bad color. It's a little flow to it. And I mean, I could probably draw a face on here too, because I already see that there's some profiles of a face. So, but I really wanted more paint. So we're gonna add some more paint to this too. And there's a face right here. Can you see it? You see that? There's a face already. Yeah. And so once I see it, like I'm like, no, we can draw that because it looks like a fish. This looks like the upper part of a fish, and then the rest of this, I don't know what that is, but we're gonna add some more paint because I like the orange. We can tone it down just a little bit because I think we're gonna have a lot of orange for this one. I'm just gonna put some white in here too. I'm putting some white in there, and then we'll just add a little bit of green. And then, like I said, we're trying to get this as pourable as possible. I'm gonna add a little bit of purple. I don't have no red. We have that green. I guess we can just douse it with some more orange. I'm cool with that. I didn't even know this orange was that wet, but I'm just gonna stir this a little bit. Just a little bit. And just like I said, the bottom of this, it doesn't look too bad though. But like I said, I wanted this to go somewhere. So when the paint mixes up together, it becomes something totally different. And sometimes we don't recognize it because we're not familiar with details all the time. We're just familiar with the surface level of the image. And then we just keep on moving from there. We're like, oh, well, there's some details in here, but you're not really looking at it because you didn't already focus on the fact that there was an image already, rather than all of the smaller details that are gonna take up most of the space on the canvas. So that's what we're focusing on right now, because all of that is going to be the details at the bottom of this canvas. So, and I don't want to mess up whatever this structure here is, but we're just trying to make sure we can add to this little white part here. Yeah. Yeah. Just make sure we get as much of this paint on these outer edges as well. You can see there's some details in here. And once again, like once I see a face, once I see a shape, like I'm automatically going to go for it. And I'm just going to start painting on it because I enjoy painting. Yep. I think this edge right here can add some more. We can add some more paint to that. Maybe I can make it black. It's a bright image, but let me see. Yeah, I'm gonna add some black here. And then I'm gonna add some red. And then I'm gonna add some white. There we go. Some white paint. I'm just gonna add some details because like I said, I already see that there's something potentially here. So we're just gonna add some details, and yep, that's it. And that's it. This could be a bird. It could be a place. It could be an energy. It could be anything that I want it to be. Because, well, because I made it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what it comes down to. When you're in the driver's seat, man, just drive. Did they ask you to stop? No, they just said keep driving. You feel me? You feel me? All right, so this is gonna be our I like this. Like I said, we're just gonna cover this entire canvas because if we don't, I'll just have wasted paint. And I don't want to waste paint today. I don't want to waste paint today, y'all. All right, so we're gonna take some of this and let's see if we can mix some of this. Yep. I don't know if the orange is gonna let me paint into it, but we're gonna try. If it doesn't, it's cool. I have another canvas we can paint into as well. We can paint into it, y'all. We can do whatever we want to do because it's our day. This is our creation. This is what we call productivity, bro. You know what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm saying? This is productivity, bro. But I thank you guys for joining me today. I really do. Like, this makes my whole entire day like just that much better. Not because people are watching, but because I can inspire somebody who's been waiting all year long. Is like, yo, I really need to get something started and I don't know where to start today. You can start right here. You know, and this is just a metaphor. I'm using painting as a metaphor to what you can use in your existence right now. And yeah, I went there and I came back. Yep, I took some pictures. I talked to some people, and guess what? I'm a better person now. Ain't that crazy? It just worked just like that. You know, it works just like that. Let me see. I don't know what's going up here. I got these blobs. Okay. Yeah. So this is a door. So this is part of my imagination. When we actually paint, we're using our imagination. Don't let nobody tell you anything else different, unless they're using a whole reference, like they then picked it up off of the internet or something, or out of a book or a magazine, or somebody sent it to them. And then basically all they did was just pick exactly what looked like it and made it that. But in this experience, right, I'm allowing my thoughts to be whatever this is. I had a thought about this. Does that make sense? So when I finish this, I'm going to turn this into a door, and then you can see what I was thinking. Real stuff. I'm going to tell you what I felt, and this is the result of it. There's some small details and stuff like that in there. Some small details. Small. Yeah. So this is the structure right here. It's pretty thick right now. And I didn't get a lot of paint up there on the bottom, but it's cool. I feel like I can add more black to this, but we don't have to. So this is the first one. This one's not that bad, actually. I actually like it. I actually like it a lot. All right. Still got paint dripping somewhere. So we're just gonna put this one. Oh yeah, I see. You're underneath dripping, bro. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna put you over here. Wait, how far can y'all see that? Can y'all see that all the way down there? Can't see that one there either. Where are we gonna put you? I guess we can put you over here then. All right, so we have our next canvas, and we're moving pretty quickly at this point too. Is my microphone on? Yes, microphone's on. All right, so I'm just gonna drip some. Oh, we're not really dripping. We're kind of pouring at this point. So, but this is what I want it to look like. I'm just gonna put you here, and we're gonna add this pool of. I guess we can pretty much fill that in because I don't think it's gonna make a difference. Put some red in here, some blue. I'm gonna add some white. Oh yeah, that looks like you should drink this. You should definitely get a cup of this real quick. No, seriously, like grab a whole cup of this real quick. Don't drink it, just stare at it because you can't drink paint. And let's just mix this just a little bit. Oops. All right, it didn't already got started. Yep. All right. So I guess we can start on this side. I'm just gonna let all that paint drip out of the cup. And try not to get paint all over my bare feet out here, but like I said, we just gotta let this paint drip because I want the bottom of this to be affected by what's up here, like this higher level. So I'm gonna let some of the paint just like run through. If that makes sense, I'm just gonna have it run through. Yeah. I'm just hoping I don't get paint everywhere. No, not everywhere. All right, so you see I started with the black paint, right? That was the bottom half of this. But because of the other paints that's lurking on the top of it, this should be a good push because I'm gonna pull all of the colors from the bottom. Since this is all orange, I'm gonna pull all of the colors from the bottom. And that black should be pretty it should be robust underneath it. It's kind of like bleeding a little bit. You see that? That red hit the orange. Oops. I don't know if it's getting colder out here or the wind just started picking up and let's see. I guess those are the only two colors we're going to use today. I got a blob right there. I think that's it. I think it stopped dripping. Okay. So, how's your day going? How's your day treating you? There's only one person? Wow. I love talking to myself these days, don't I? All right, so we're just going to add a little bit of paint. Like I said, I was trying to look for the black paint underneath. But it's cool. So yeah, so how's your day going? How you getting along with all those people that you get to work with today? Or maybe this is your day off. How is your day off? And I'm asking this because I realize when I go places, I'm not really sure if people are sincere about who they are. They always say like they're headed in some direction or they're looking for something or they're inspiring to do something somewhere in the future. And I'm like, well, what about today? And then most people say, like, oh, I gotta wait. You know, there's no tomorrow, right? You can't wait for tomorrow. Whatever it is, you gotta do it that day. And I'm saying that because like everybody that I get to talk to, like I'm proud of myself. You know what I'm saying? So I get to tell people how proud I am of the things that that I'm able to do for the day because that's what I'm supposed to do. Yeah. And I just want to see what everybody else doing in this world. Some people out here doing, they best. So I'm trying to figure out like what's your best look like so I can get some of that too. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to steal it, but it's encourageable that if we're all doing well, you know what I'm saying, we figure out what that means to because I ain't trying to take it. I just want to figure out what it lives like. So what's your life like? And half of the time I feel like I'm just talking to kids at this point. So on this YouTube types, because they don't have a clue. But you adults, y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. When I ask you how you doing, and you're like, I could be doing something else right now. Like, why aren't you there though? Why aren't you out there like knocking them walls down? You know what I'm saying? Like, why not? What makes you stay so still? Like you're ready for something, but you're waiting on something as well to come and like give you $1 billion so you can go do that. You know where that $1 billion is at? Do you know where that $1 billion is at right now? It's in your actions. Yeah, that bird right there, he knows exactly what I'm talking about. It's in your actions, man. I think I'm gonna add some more black to the outside of this too. And yep. Nah, but on the realist stuff though, I talked to a few people today, and I want you guys to know that I heard what you said, and I want you to go get that. I want you to go get that right now. I want you to stop what you're doing and go get whatever it is that you say you needed to do for your life. Just go do that right now. Because if there's no tomorrow, what we waiting on? What we waiting on? See, and I take that real serious because I said the same exact thing. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna paint. This is what I told the lady. I said I'm gonna go home and paint. She's like, oh, what you gonna paint? I said I got these canvas at home that I really love to drip paint on, and that's what I'm gonna go do. I said I'm gonna go do it outside too. And you know what's crazy about that? Because I could do anything at this point in my life, anything to find some happiness, for real, for real. And I was like, you know what? I'll be happier if I just go out here and paint for a little bit. And it don't even matter if nobody watching me because I'm in my backyard, so ain't nobody really watching me. So you know what I'm saying? I could probably do whatever I want to in my backyard. But I was like, you know what? It'd be a really good idea if I just go out there and make some shape, make something happen, make something different, and then I'll be happy. That's it. My happiness. I just made $1 million today. That's my happiness right there, bro. You know what that means? It means I'm living the best life that I can. I can. Because I'm like, you know what? This is my day. 100%. I don't know who you are. I don't know who's listening. I don't know if you're that one lady that I gave my YouTube channel to. But for real, like on some real stuff. Like if you want to connect, yeah, connect with me. For real, for real. For real, for real. Now, if you're hearing this right now, like you really should connect with me. Because there's so many people out in this world who don't care. You know who I am? I'm the one that cares. Yep. I gave you my time. Yep. So I care. Do I care the most? Probably. Yep. That person said yeah. Do I want more black in here? I do. Yeah. But I'm gonna teach you something here, right? So the goal of the day is to do something that I've never felt. And I never felt like this cold. I never felt like I was alone. I never felt like my thoughts were worthless. I never thought like that. So this is a balance for me, you know, when I'm making something, you know, from scratch. Like, because this is just a thought process. This is my whole thought today. And I mean, our thoughts are powerful. I think a lot of people don't even realize that. I think people don't realize how their thoughts are like the golden ticket. You ever heard that before? Somebody, oh yeah, I got the golden ticket. What's that mean? That means that you can take that ticket, cash it in anywhere you want to. Seriously. If you're ready to cash that ticket in, like for real, for real. This will be your day. This will be your day. All right, I'm gonna clean up these edges real quick. I don't like dirty edges. I like them to be clean. So I'm just gonna clean these edges. Yep. Yep. That's what we're doing. So I have what I call paint and chill parties at the house. And you're welcome to come and visit too. For real, for real. Like if you A-okay, I'll give you access so you can come paint with me one day. I hope you're hearing this too. That one lady that I told to, I was like, yeah, you can come paint for real, for real. Like no strings, just come and enjoy some good music. You know, it's just one day. I mean, you're gonna be here every day. Just one day to take advantage of some good energy, and that's what we're gonna do. And we're gonna continue to do that. You wanna know why? Because I made it. I made it. All right. Well, I think this is a lot of details too. We still got there's some spaces down there too, but we'll take advantage of that in a heartbeat. But this is what the piece looks like so far. Is it clean? Can you see this? Yeah. Yeah. This is what Drippin Paint looks like. All right. Well, I guess nobody's watching. I guess I can just show my ass now. Yup. I find it really weird too, because you can't see my face. Maybe that's what I need to say here. And I was thinking about that because I was scrolling. I was like, damn, all these people on live stream, like they got 100, 600 people. And I was like, damn, where's all the people that I need? Is it because you don't get to see my face and you just get to see my action? I just don't know what it is. Maybe that's what it is. But then you can't see me painting too. So I don't know. Maybe I just need to hire somebody or maybe change it up. But that's what I said I was going to do this year. I was going to find that way to hit that mode. And I was like, maybe it's not YouTube anymore. Maybe it's like Kick or Twitch or some other platform that I can gain momentum. Because last year I did this shit and I was like, you know what? It's fun. Like I'm almost at 500. It took me a year to get to 500, but I was like, I probably could have got there a lot quicker. So this year we're gonna do some different stuff. I don't know where it's gonna take us, but I know if I keep going, I'm gonna get there, bro. For real, for real. I think this one's I think this one's done too. You know, kind of looks like one I made before, but all right. So looks like it's kind of cold out here. Looks like I need to fill a couple of these cups up real quick. So we're gonna put these down here. I'm gonna put this on here. Let's see where else. We need a little bit of white. Get over here. A little bit of white in there. I'm gonna add some black to the bottom. We're gonna mix these up too. I got like 3 little cups that we're gonna mix up because I really need as much paint as possible to help all right, I'm gonna add some more white for color. Push this. And then we're gonna add a little more black in there. Oops. I'm gonna mix this. Just want to get some of that. This is gonna be a little bit darker, but like I said, there's some orange in here. Okay, that was not purpose right there. Well, I guess put that there. We can put this one here. I'll put this one in the corner. Yo, somebody is blowing up my phone, but I can't. Oh wait, did I call somebody? Oh man, y'all have like 100 messages. What the heck? Scared. I fell asleep. Had church. Well, happy. Blah blah blah. Oh, there's a lot of paint in here. There's a lot of paint in there. There's a lot of paint in here. And actually, I don't even know what direction this is going to go in, but the pour, I added this pour, should give me, it should give me ample amount of where to go to. We're going to put this one down. Oh, there's a lot of paint in there, see. Put this one down. Yeah, we're gonna take this for wherever it's gonna go. We're just gonna take this. Boom, 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 boom. This will probably, and I'm pretty sure at this point, like I've been creating for about 2 years now, and I know once I start seeing it, that's it. Like that's game over, bro. Yeah, that red streak right there is freaking beautiful. Like I'm not even gonna mess with that. I'm just gonna let that slide and do whatever it wants to do. But this right here, that is perfect. This red is like crazy too. You know, I'm just gonna let it drip for a little bit because it's some thick paint. I wanted to get it further down, and then I'm just gonna turn it. But I like the avenues of letting the paint do whatever, because it's gonna do whatever it wants to do. Huh. And the wind is blowing too. Come on now, can't ask for a better day. You cannot ask for a better day, bro. All right, so let's see. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do this way? So as soon as I start seeing faces and things, like I know that's the time where I could start capitalize on it. Um, I still feel like I need some more paint up here. I feel like we can add something. Am I getting? Oh my gosh, I'm getting paint everywhere, bro. Getting it on my freaking bare feet. I'm gonna put you right there. I'm gonna put this one right here. We're just gonna add some more paint. We need that orange though. We need this orange to help. Oh, I think that's empty too now. It's empty. This is just our filler. And these are our filler colors. Some green. Yo, it's crazy, bro. I guess this corner is cool. And that corner is cool too. That's some thick stuff right here. Some thick stuff. Yeah. And oh yeah, the other reason why I paint outside is because this stuff right here is toxic. You cannot inhale this for you can't. You just should not inhale this paint. They're like, oh, it's water based, but it still has chemicals in it. So you should paint with this stuff outside. The markers are not bad, but this paint right here get all into your sinuses, and then gets into your brain. And yeah, this is some stuff right here. Let's make sure we get. I should have probably pushed this towards the inside because I really don't want the colors to run over. I want them to run down too. Let me get this. This should be really good. Whatever is gonna happen, it's like smothering this one right here. I don't know. I probably should have put that last cup in the middle so it'll run all the way through. But it's cool. I like the drips, like whatever this is. I like that angle. So I let them just figure out where they want to go. Yeah, yep. It looks like it's a small canvas, but this is actually a pretty large size. It's a pretty large size canvas. So I'm just gonna add some details to this, because for every mark, it's a root or a tree starting in every direction. So there you go. And so all the colors kind of cling to each other. They're just trying to figure out where they belong. And sometimes they create creatures. Sometimes they create faces. Sometimes they just create arms or legs. But I like the fact that I'm adding colors to other spots that don't actually have color, because it'll add abstract colors that mix together. I'm getting paint all over my glove. Yeah, so I'm just going to add this black to some of the parts that don't have. Yeah. So all of these little white spots, I'm just going to give it some, give it something to play on. This could be the underneath part. This could be a cave. It could just be a sky. It could just be an atmosphere. I like this orange though. So you just pick and choose whatever you think that it should be. But there's a lot of atmosphere in the back too. So we're just gonna use whatever that is. Some orange and some red. So once again, what I do create is organic creatures. I like to think that the space that we live in is like a home. So whatever you think that you see, that exists. Whatever you think is possible, it already stands to gain your attention. So I'm just paying attention to all of everything basically, because it's beautiful and I enjoy it like that. Let's turn you around first. Yep. That's what it is. Some real stuff. Like no cap, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we figured out what we want, we figure out how it will make us happy, it'll come quicker. Does that make sense? I know it sounds weird when I said it like that, but for real, like it'll make you, yeah, because that is the spark. That is what drives us to keep going. Oh yeah, that was absolutely what we were supposed to do. Yeah. So I'm making these little branches here, so I can add like flowers and stuff. Maybe birds, or I don't know, dogs, cats, chickens, ducks. That whole completeness. That's what we're doing right now. Yep. And I'm just using a magic stick too. Call this a magic stick because it feels good, like, to use something, and then once you can see how powerful it is, you're like, oh my gosh, bro, I gotta keep using those. I probably should have painted this black though first. Something about that just drives me up the wall when I already see the background and I'm like, dang, man, I really wish I'd have just added some. It's cool though. It's cool. We got it. We got it. We got him. We got him, bro. Yeah, but this is my art piece for today. I appreciate you guys watching. It's interesting. If I get you to subscribe, I don't know what that means. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand, like, you like the content and stuff like that, but if you could tell me why you subscribe, that would be healthy too. Because then I'll go back and I'll be like, you know what? Let's do more of that, because that is what so and so subscribe for. Not just because I told you, or some, because I make other content and stuff on this channel. Like I'm really proactive, and yeah, I just want to see what you're here for. I don't know if people come for my music videos, or if they just come for the paint, or they just come because I talk, or like my swag or something. I don't know, because some people like my shoes. Some people subscribe because they like my shoes, and I'm like, all right, well, that's cool. I'll just wear my shoes all the time. And like, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, you know. But it just hits, so you know what I'm saying. So I just trying to keep going with that rather than doing other extra stuff because I've done a ton of stuff on this channel. If you look back at the year, like I've done crazy stuff on my channel. Yeah, not for views or anything like that, but just because I have to type, you know what I'm saying? That type shit right there. Like I had no other choice but to, and that's what turned out. So yeah. But yeah, we're gonna be out here for another 10 minutes or so because the wind's tripping and I'm hungry and I think I got food like that's just waiting for me in the house, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not liking this color though. I think it's too red. I think I need to add a blue or something. We're gonna add blue. We gonna add some blue. Maybe that's what I should have added. I should have added a light blue to this earlier. Mix it with a little bit of white, and then in my background would have been light blue. Maybe that's what the strong point is, because I don't look at it like that until it's too daggone late, I guess. Oh yeah, I should have added so much more blue. Yep. But it's cool. I'm having fun. I ain't complaining. Nobody complaining. Yeah. Nobody's complaining. But yeah, I probably could have added some blue to that. Yep. Like these like little edges and stuff. Like this could be a whole different world. Now, like I keep saying, like I don't know where any of this stuff is located, right? Somebody asked me, like, oh, like what is this? And I was like, well, it's a part of my imagination. But if it's my imagination, it actually means that it exists somewhere. Like it's not just like an empty thought. It's like, oh, where I thought about, a rock. I was like, you know what? That rock probably exists somewhere on this planet. And so the places that I create based on my imagination, because that's all this is. It's not reference. I'm not referring back to something or some place or, like this is an actual place that exists somewhere on this, this planet that we're on, and we don't recognize it because we've never seen it before. So this is the realest that I could ever create based on that. And the same thing for my music too. Like I'm inspired by everything that the universe has to offer. And so I'm like, well, why does it sound like this? Because the universe wants to hear it like this. Why does it act like this? Because the universe wants to act like that. And so the best thing that I can do is show what it looks like. And so, once you get them keys, you know what I'm saying? Just keep using it because it wants you to keep using your skills to help build, something beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Like it's the realest thing I could ever think of, bro. For real, for real. The universe just wants me to continue. Let me turn this around. Yeah. It just wants me to continue. It's weird. I always start out with a bunch of people and then it's like, okay, where'd you go? Yeah, I guess I'll be switching through too. If I don't get what I say I need, I'm gonna keep on moving. Yeah, that's what she said. I need some more red. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, y'all. Let me see how much more time I got. Oh, it's only 40 minutes. Oh my gosh, bro. I thought that was later. I'm gonna have to go check on my food though, because I don't want it to burn. It's in the oven right now. It's just waiting for me. Wait, is my microphone on? It is. Microphone. My So we created this one outside today, and it's cold. It's windy. I could hear not a lot of birds out though, but I can hear that wind is, yeah, like we out here for sure. All right, so this little busy place that I created, yeah, I like this. I like when I can add details to everything, even if even if it doesn't, even if it doesn't add, but it still looks good. Like it looks wild. Like it has like so much energy going on, and I guess if I just made a dog or something, people would be like, "Oh my gosh, it's the most beautiful dog I've ever seen." You know, so but I didn't make a dog today. I don't have I don't have dog skills today. I mean, I could draw a dog. You could probably draw a dog anywhere. I don't know. Somebody said that too. They was like, "Oh, why don't you draw people's pets?" I was like, "Yeah, I guess that could fill a gap. That could fill a gap for sure. Because since I mean, I like drawing organic creatures too, so it could fill a gap. Because most people are like, no, I don't have a cat. I don't have a dog either. What can you draw me? I can draw a portrait. You want me to draw a portrait of you? And then I always think of stuff like that too, because I was like, why do people want portraits of themselves? I don't know. So I never. I mean, I've drawn tons of portraits for people. Um, and somebody asked me, like New Year's, somebody asked me on New Year's if I could draw them a portrait of their son or something. And I was like, yeah, I can. Like, I can. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not impossible to draw people, especially if you want me to do it in my own way. Oh, yeah, I can do that. Oh, yeah, for sure. No, it's going to cost you. I'll be done like 2 days. I'll probably be done in 2 days of that portrait. Give it some nice little details and stuff like that. Something that would, help you. Um, what do they call that? Preserve? Oh yeah, preserve the likeness of the person. I can do that. Yeah, for sure. For sure, for sure. Yeah. Tell me what you want. Yeah, I can make it happen. You want to know why? Well, I'm still here. I'm supposed to. I made it. I made it. And guess what? I'm just doing my best. Yo, this is fire though. I wanted to get all of these little parts in here and stuff. I don't know what it's gonna look like when it dries, because sometimes the details are left in the scheme of um, the wetness of the paint. So it's like, oh, I made it and it looks like this, but it'll turn around and look like something totally different. Like it dried itself out without letting me capture the essence of the details sometimes. So I was thinking about it. I was like, you know what? I might as well just spray this as it's drying and see what happens. Cause like I'm gonna let this sit outside because I don't think it's gonna rain. And even if it does rain, yeah, that's gonna suck. You know what? I might just take this inside too. Um, I don't know. Yeah, I might just take this inside and just let this thing dry on its own because we're done. I'm just adding little scribbles of details on the edges too. Yeah, we're just gonna get all of that. Yep. And yeah, because details is everything. Somebody will buy something and be like, "Yo, bro, you did not add enough details." Oh, my bad. Let me just go back and nah, bro, it's too late. I don't want it. Somebody did that to me too. I was like, "Damn, that hurt." They were like, "Yeah, that one doesn't match the other one, so I'm not gonna buy any of them." I'm like, "Yo, bro, why are you being such a tease, bro? You should have just bought both of them. The third one, you should have just left it or just asked for a discount or some. You know what I'm saying? Like for real, for real." But that's what he told me at my show. He was like, "Bro, this is really nice. I like this one, but all three of them don't match, so I'm not gonna buy any of them." I'm like, "Yeah, you're wasting my time, bro. Like, I don't even know why we even had that conversation. Probably for a conversation or a thought today, but I was like, bro, you could have just bought it, and I could have been talking about how you enjoyed. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, people, y'all, people, 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 people. So I was like, you know what? I'm not going to miss out on details. So I'm just going to add as many details to this as possible. So that when people see it, they're like, oh, this is like, you really spent some time. You added some details and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, details. Okay. So I have to add details now because if you don't see details, you're not going to like it. And then I'll be mad because then I'll just be holding something that you could have just taken home because, you know, but you didn't like the details. So now we're still talking about details and stuff. But I added details, bro. This is all details. This is all details. You know, somebody gonna be like, bro, how did you? When did you spend this time making blah blah blah? And I was like, yo, I was outside for an hour doing this. You know, and you know what I loved about it? That nobody bothered me. I ain't have to talk to nobody. I ain't have to conversate with nobody. I ain't had to be asked about my shoes. Nobody asked me stupid questions like, yo, what are you doing? Yeah, I had nothing like that. So that was the experience for this paint job, bro. And just like I said, sometimes I feel like I can do this stuff, but then I'm like, yo, just do some other stuff because people are not interested in, like this is an old thought process. Like if I'm not violently throwing paint at the canvas, people are like, no. And then at that point, they don't even want it. You know what I'm saying? Like they watched all of that happen and like, nah, thanks for entertaining us, but I'm not gonna buy that painting, bro. You know what I'm saying? The stretch is there, but I think this is finished. If I do any more details, it'll just be an overkill. Yeah, but this is done though. Yep, that's done. And I'm gonna go back inside because it's cold. My food's probably burning in the oven like usually when I'm not paying attention to it. But I'm gonna leave a few of these things outside because I'm not really. It looks like it's gonna storm though, so I might have to just take everything in. And yeah, nobody's watching anyway. So, well, we're done. We're done, and I got paint on my freaking jacket now, and my leg. All right. Well, that shows you how much paint I like. But yeah, this is the one we did today, and I like it. It's a little simple. Some simple little flowers here at the bottom. Yep. Can you see that? Is it just like some simplicity? And then this one over here, this one's some simplicity too, bro. Yeah. So these are doors. Somebody's like, oh, well, it's not together, and it just looks like one mesh of stuff. But these are doors. So I attach them to the canvas down here at the bottom, and then you can just open it up, and then you'll see the underside of it. You'll see the underside. I wrote on it, I might even draw on it too, but that's what you get with my artwork. Like I said, this is just a part of something. And I'll show you guys what the rest of it looks like when we go in the house. Yeah, because we're gonna go in the house real quick. I'm gonna take these gloves off too. And I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. Yep. But those are done, and these are what I call triglets. TRIGLOT triglets. Let's go inside real quick because this my nose. Yeah, my nose. So, yep, sounds like the oven is done cooking stuff. Oops. It's Doc in here. So this is the other ones that I create. This one right here. So these are the doors. This is what I just finished doing outside, but this is obviously dry. So you can take a look at that real quick. While I stop this machine from making noises. It does smell like bacon now. All right. I'm hungry. All right, so for this one, like if this is your first time ever seeing this, so these are, like I said, they're doors. And so they help describe the day. They help prove what's possible because we can do anything. And I'm just showing you that this is possible. So for each one of these, there's something. So this one's September 2025, the fly. There was a fly that landed on this painting, right? He landed on it. And I was like, "Where are you going?" And he drew himself all the way into the paint and got stuck. He fell off one day, but so it happens. But that's what I remember from that painting. This one, September 3rd, global warming. I just remember it being hot that day, September 3rd, right? Does that make sense? And then this one at the bottom, let me see if I can see this one. It says, Screwed a mushed berry. I don't, I guess that's what that looks like. It just looks like a berry. Yep. Yep. Let me see what this one says too. This one is September 3rd. I made all of these the same exact day. This says dope art water. Yep. All right. It says, give me your energy. Yeah. Well, I appreciate you guys watching. And what's this last one say? It says, wait, what? It says, hold on. It says Vineyard Christmas. Oh, okay. That's what that says. But yeah, this is the art that I create. There's more of them too. There's a bunch more. But if you guys want something, just let me know. Comment below. Tell me what your day is like, and I'll send you some art. Whatever you think you want. You get some art. I like this one. I like this one a lot. But guess what? Until next time, y'all. Until next time, I guess I'll see y'all. I feel like I should not stop streaming, but I don't know. Whatever. I'm hungry, and nobody wants to sit and watch me eat. So I guess I'll see y'all. See y'all in the next one.